What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Ilia shared a heartfelt message for Merab after the tough loss, showing real respect in a moment when many fighters would stay quiet. He posted a photo on his Instagram story and added a message that instantly grabbed fans' attention. He wrote, "Brother, life is full of twists and turns, but to us, you will always be the best. You will come back much stronger." It was a reminder that setbacks in this sport are never the end, especially for someone as driven as Merab. Ilia's words carried a calm, supportive tone, almost like he wanted to lift Merab's spirits and remind him of everything he's already accomplished. Moments like this show how fighters, even while competing at the highest level, still understand what each other goes through. The message quickly spread across social media, with fans praising the respect and positivity, proving once again that real sportsmanship still exists in MMA. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to help support the channel. Moving on to another news. A new angle was released of the tense altercation between Khamzat and Ian Gary, and it gives a much clearer look at how quickly things escalated. The clip starts off calm, with someone asking, "How are you? You good?" Followed by a bit of casual back and forth as they try to keep things moving. You can hear someone saying they're going to do a quick answer with their team, trying to keep the situation controlled. Another voice chimes in, "You ready? Good job. Good job tonight. Don't worry." It almost feels like everything is about to settle down. But then, out of nowhere, the tone shifts. You hear a sharp, repeated, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa," as people jump in to separate the two before it gets out of hand. Someone calls it childish, clearly frustrated by how fast things heated up. The clip ends with a quick, almost sarcastic, "Congratulations," capturing the chaotic energy of the moment. Moving on to another news. Joshua Van fired back at the criticism he's been hearing ever since his first-round TKO win over Alexandre Pantoja, the moment that made him the new UFC flyweight champion. A lot of fans didn't like how the fight ended, but Van explained the sequence clearly. Pantoja threw a head kick, Van caught it, and as Pantoja fell and tried to brace himself, his elbow gave out. It wasn't the kind of finish Van wanted, but it was the way the moment unfolded. He said the entire week felt like kill or be killed, and he went in fully believing he would win, but he absolutely didn't want the fight to end with an injury. The respect he has for Pantoja is real, and that's why, as soon as Pantoja is fully recovered, he wants the rematch immediately. Van made it clear that Pantoja is one of the greatest flyweights of all time, someone he watched for years, someone he genuinely admires. Running it back isn't about proving anything to critics, but about giving a champion like Pantoja the chance to fight without injury and settle the score properly. When asked if he prefers to run it back with Pantoja before facing someone else, he said it doesn't really matter. But in his heart, he feels Pantoja deserves that opportunity first. Still, he'll go with whatever the UFC decides, because at the end of the day, he just wants to fight whoever they place in front of him. But the desire to face Pantoja again is strong. When responding to people saying he shouldn't be considered a real champion because the fight didn't fully play out, Van didn't get emotional or defensive. He simply said that no matter what you do, people will talk. If you do good, they'll talk. And if you do bad, they'll talk. His focus is on doing what makes him happy, staying true to himself, and continuing to improve. He reminded everyone that regardless of how it ended, he won the fight. And that's what matters in the record books. Still, he carries himself with respect, acknowledging that a clean rematch would silence doubts and honor Pantoja's legacy. For Van, it's not just about being the champion, but proving it the right way when the moment comes. Moving on to another news. After Henry Cejudo was defeated by Peyton Talbot via unanimous decision last night, he surprised everyone by asking Dana White for a performance bonus right there in the octagon. Even though he didn't get the win, Henry still shot his shot, and Dana responded in classic fashion, telling him he'd give him $50K regardless. Henry thanked him immediately, saying he was getting that $50,000 everywhere, clearly relieved and grateful in the moment. Later, Henry's manager Ali Abdelaziz confirmed that Dana actually kept his word. On X, he posted, "UFC did just pay Henry Cejudo his show and win money. Thank you." It was a rare situation, but it showed the respect Dana still has for Henry and everything he's accomplished in the sport. Even in defeat, Henry walked away with a financial boost, proving that sometimes taking a risk and speaking up pays off, especially when you've built a legacy like his. Moving on to another news. Umar Nurmagomedov reacted to Merab losing the title, sharing his thoughts in a calm but confident way. He made it clear that the division is wide open now and that his upcoming fight holds major weight in determining the next challenger. Umar said that whoever wins his bout against Deiveson Figueiredo will be the clear #1 contender, and he sounded certain that the picture will finally make sense after that matchup. On X, he posted, great, spectacular fight. Congratulations to Petr. I think on January 24th, it will become clear who is next. His message showed respect for Petr performance while also keeping the focus on his own path forward. Umar has been steadily climbing the rankings, and with Merab no longer champion, he believes this is the perfect moment to step into the spotlight. His reaction captured the mix of respect, ambition, and clarity that defines his approach to the sport. Moving on to another news. Demetrious Johnson shared his live reaction to Alexandre Pantoja's unfortunate injury last night, and you could hear the mix of shock and understanding in his voice. As he watched the moment unfold, he pointed out how Pantoja always throws everything at his opponents, saying the guy literally comes at you with the kitchen sink. Even his leg kicks, he said, carry a different kind of danger because Pantoja never does anything halfway. When the injury happened, Demetrious immediately noted that the streak of 11 consecutive title defenses in his own career remains untouched, but he didn't say it to brag. Instead, he used it to highlight just how difficult this sport truly is. He explained that going out there repeatedly, defending belts, pushing through pressure, and performing at the highest level over and over again is incredibly hard. Anything can happen in MMA, and moments like this show how unpredictable the game is. Demetrious emphasized that injuries are part of fighting, and while they're heartbreaking, they remind everyone of how brutal and unforgiving this sport can be. Moving on to another news, Sean O'Malley reacted to Merab losing to Petr, giving a quick but honest take on what went down last night. He said the fight was wild from start to finish, and even though fans were expecting Merab to push his usual relentless pace, Petr showed up sharper and more prepared than many expected. Sean sounded impressed by how intense the exchanges were and how both guys refused to back down. He mentioned that it's already Sunday, and while everyone is still buzzing about the matchup, he's shifting gears, settling in to watch football and checking his picks for the day. Sean tossed in a reminder about his code, saying he's rocking with price picks, keeping things light even after such a big moment in the Bantamweight division. His reaction had that classic calm but confident tone, acknowledging the hype without overplaying anything and giving credit where it was due. Moving on to another news, Marvin Vettori suffered a unanimous decision loss to Bruno Ferreira last night, marking his 4th straight defeat, but he made it clear he doesn't agree with the judges. Despite the official scorecards, Marvin genuinely believes he won the fight. Shortly after the event, he reposted a message on his Instagram story that summed up his frustration. The post read, "Landed more and threw more every round. More control time as well." It was his way of pointing out that, in his view, the numbers and the effort were on his side. Marvin has always been confident in his performances, even in tough moments, and this loss didn't change that mindset. He felt he pushed the pace, stayed active, and did enough to secure the win, even if the judges saw it different. For him, the fight was competitive, but not one he believed he lost. CP, leaving him determined to regroup and prove his point the next time he steps into the octagon. Moving on to another news, things took a surprising turn after Dana White was called out for spreading what many believe was clear misinformation about Alexandre Pantoja's injury. Initially, Dana said Pantoja had dislocated his shoulder during the fight and that the medical team popped it back into place backstage. He explained that it wasn't the elbow, insisting it was the shoulder and that they still needed MRIs to check the ligaments before determining how long he'd be out. But soon after, it was confirmed that Pantoja actually injured his elbow, exactly what fans and analysts suspected in real time. Earlier today, Ariel Helwani reported that Pantoja's team clarified it was indeed the elbow, not the shoulder. He noted that he wasn't sure why the UFC repeatedly claimed otherwise after the event. Pantoja's team said there was no shoulder injury at all, and the hope is that the elbow issue was just a dislocation. Brian Sutterer, a respected sports medicine doctor, called the situation embarrassing for the UFC. Ariel reposted his breakdown, where he questioned how such incorrect information was relayed to leadership. Brian pointed out that Dana even said the shoulder had been popped back into place, something that clearly never happened, since video showed the elbow already reduced as Pantoja was leaving the octagon. He asked whether translators confused the terms, or whether the UFC downplayed the injury to make it seem less severe. A fan responded, saying everyone on planet Earth could see it was the elbow. Brian replied that apparently the only people who didn't know were those responsible for handling the injury at the event, or that the UFC may have intentionally misled people. The whole situation has sparked debate about communication, accuracy, and transparency, especially when it comes to fighter health on such a big stage. Moving on to another news, Ariel Helwani said he was absolutely blown away by the way Petr managed to beat Merab last night, calling it one of the cleanest and most impressive performances he has seen from Jan in years. He emphasized that it wasn't some fluke or controversial moment, but a win earned fair and square, handled with precision, discipline, and complete control from start to finish. Ariel described it as a true masterclass. Why? Something that will be replayed and studied for a long time. Still, he admitted that the fight will always be dissected from every angle, with people asking whether Jan was simply that good on the night, or if Merab made critical mistakes that cost him the belt. Ariel brought up the fact that Merab fought 4 times in 2025, which is an incredibly heavy schedule for someone competing at the very top of the division. He questioned whether coming back so soon after his 5-round victory over Corey Sandhagen in October was the right call. Too many weight cuts, too many high-pressure rounds, too many minutes spent inside the octagon. Ariel wondered whether everything finally caught up to Merab at the worst possible time. He said that this version of Merab didn't look like the relentless machine fans had grown used to. Instead, he failed on takedown after takedown, looked drained far too early, and got caught clean more times than usual. Ariel pointed out moments where Merab seemed unusually willing to stand and strike, something that isn't normally his path to victory. He looked like he was falling in love with the striking exchanges during the opening moments, and Ariel admitted that as he watched that unfold, he began to wonder if this shift in approach might be part of his undoing. Because once Jan started landing, once he figured out the timing, Merab never seemed to recover or adjust. Instead of forcing the fight into his world, he allowed Jan to dictate the pace, range, and rhythm. Despite the debate around what went wrong for Merab, Ariel said the one thing that cannot be ignored is just how sharp, patient, and prepared Petr looked. Every jab, every counter, every defensive read felt like something he'd rehearsed 1,000 times. It was the kind of performance that reminds everyone exactly why Jan was once a champion and why he is still one of the most dangerous fighters in the division. Moving on to another news, Ilia Topuria managed to grab the spotlight even though the event wasn't centered around him. After Petr's win, Jan sat down with the Russian outlet Golos Obama, and his tone toward Merab was far harsher than in previous English interviews. This time, he didn't hold back at all. He openly claimed he broke Merab, saying, "Did you see the damage I put on him? No one else has been able to damage him like I did. He just broke today. That's it. I broke him. He's in a jacuzzi now with his friends." Naturally, these comments spread quickly online, catching the attention of fans and fighters alike. Among those reacting was UFC lightweight champ Ilia Topuria, who decided to address the situation during a live Instagram session. Ilia broke down Merab's fight and didn't shy away from sending a warning Jan's way. It's worth noting that Ilia and Jan have a long-standing history of tension. At one point, there were even talks of a matchup when Ilia was featherweight champ and Jan a top bantamweight, given their heavy striking styles. Many fans believe that fight could have been genuinely competitive. Now, with these recent comments, the feud is heating up again, and Topuria isn't letting Jan off easy. Ilia expressed strong support for Merab, saying, "Merab, brother, life has its ups and downs, but no matter what, you're always the best in our eyes. You'll come back stronger, faster, and unstoppable. Jan, Merab is like a brother to me. He is my family. You understand? Watch your words. I hope you show some respect. Words matter. We don't want any problems, but make sure you behave yourself." Ilia's message was firm but measured, emphasizing loyalty, respect, and the importance of words in the sport. He reminded everyone that even as competitive fighters, personal relationships and respect among peers matter just as much as performance inside the octagon. His warning to Jan combined genuine care for Merab with a clear message that unnecessary disrespect would not go unnoticed. Fans online immediately reacted, praising Topuria for standing up for Merab and holding Jan accountable for his remarks. This incident has reignited interest in both fighters, highlighting the personal rivalries and deep respect that coexist in the UFC, and showing that even off the mat, fighters are watching, reacting, and defending their peers with intensity and conviction. Moving on to another news, Petr Yan's stunning upset over Merab Divalishvili at UFC 323 continues to dominate conversations across the MMA world. Yan's performance was nothing short of masterful, defending 27 of 29 takedown attempts, while outstriking Merab in a 5-round clinic that has already been hailed as one of the greatest comebacks in UFC history. With his record now standing at 20-5, Yan joins Dominic Cruz and TJ Dillashaw as the only bantamweights to reclaim reclaim a title after previously losing it. He didn't just neutralize Merab's record-setting wrestling. Jan matched his legendary cardio and punished him with precise boxing and devastating body kicks. Merab, who came in on a 14-fight win streak, admitted after the bout, "I was trying to make it entertaining by standing and trading, but he was better today." Jan's takedown defense hit an impressive 93%, and he even landed 5 of his own takedowns. Official scores read 49-46 twice and 48-47 once, though many fans and analysts called it a sweep. Media outlets like Yahoo Sports described it as seismic, marking the end of Merab's run toward Fighter of the Year after 3 consecutive defenses in 2025. Former champion Robert Whittaker applauded Jan's strategy and precision, highlighting how he controlled an opponent of record-setting caliber. Robert remarked on the purity of Jan we saw tonight, saying it reminded him of the Jan before he lost the title to Sterling with that grounded knee. He emphasized that this version of Jan had an answer for every position, showcasing the highest caliber of skill in wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and kickboxing, and, most importantly, putting it all together in perfect harmony. Jan went in and dismantled Merab without slowing down for a second, not giving up a single position, taking the fight to him, and maintaining complete control throughout. Robert described it as the most clinical, leveled-up version of Jan ever seen, a performance far above the rest of the division. Skill-wise, Robert argued that the Jan who fought tonight wouldn't lose to anybody. The precision, composure, and dominance displayed cemented Jan's status at the top of the bantamweight division, sending shockwaves through the rankings. With a rematch between Jan and Merab likely slated for mid-2026, fans can expect a trilogy fight that will settle the score once and for all. Tonight's fight will be remembered as a masterclass in skill, strategy, and championship-level execution.